Hey YouTube, how you doing? It's been a while. Decided to take a few days off. Pretty lazy of me, yeah. Well, suck it. I got Skyrim, so I was busy. So I'll get into this review. Here we go. It's Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This is the new Mission Impossible. I really liked the last one. I thought the last one was really awesome. It might have been that J.J. Abrams made it and that he's super awesome, and like he's amazing, but like whatever. So yeah, new movie, and this one is coming from, I can't remember his name right now, and I don't have time to look it up, but the director who did The Iron Giant, and that is a great movie. This is also his first animated movie, so, let's see how he does. So, they finally have passed from the trilogy milestone, and have turned into a saga, or series, or whatever you want to call it. But, Ethan Hunt, he's back, and he's ready for action, and he's here to save the world. But this time, it's different. But seriously though, it is different. It's Ethan and his team against the world, basically. So, to break down this movie, it's with as least spoilers as possible, and there aren't really. I'm not going to really spoil anything here. It's set up into 3 acts, aka like 3 action set pieces. But before I get into that. And speaking of spoilers, I need to mention the opening credits for this movie. I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of opening credits. I've seen just opening sequences. And I gotta say, this is hands down worst opening credits sequence I've ever seen in the movie. Okay, at first, it starts with them, they light a fuse, and it starts going. You're like, alright, Mission Impossible, here we freaking go. Like, that's a little corny, but the director's background, they like that kind of stuff, so whatever, we'll go with it. It starts getting cartoony, like going whatever, I'm like, whatever. And then it goes in water, I'm like, what the hell? And then it starts going all over the place, I'm like, that stuff I saw in the trailer, is that the end? And then after you see the end of the movie, you're like, the sequence is a whole clip show of the whole movie. What? Who thought that was a good idea? Worst opening credit sequence I have ever seen in any movie. But back to those 3 set pieces. So, let's just break it down. First one, besides that terrible intro, is good. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen the money shot already, and that's been spoiled. But for a first act, it's off to a great start. Now, the second act of the film, that is its bread and butter right there. That is, like, the middle part of this movie is so strong. It's cool gadgets, great action set pieces, and, that's all you need, right? And we'll get into why there was some stuff missing later. But third act, I thought of all 3 acts, it was the most lacking. Because to wrap up the movie, I thought that, wow, they're going to go out with a bang. And it really was like, it was entertaining, but it was almost a weak fist fight compared to, like, the middle action sequences. This really great chase that, compares to only some of the other great chases I've seen. But that definitely goes up there in the second act. But in the third one, it was definitely the weakest act of all. There was just nothing really for me to sink my teeth into, I felt. And a fault that was a real disappointment for me was the script. And I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't like this movie as much as I thought I would. Because I saw it was getting amazing reviews. I was like, this is going to be awesome. And, there was something, like, that just was missing with me when I was watching it. And I realized it was that the script was really lackluster, I thought. And Simon Pegg was disappointing. Now, I will admit, in that second act, he has a good scene and there's some funny stuff there that happens. But it's not his clever dialogue, it's something that he's doing. His dialogue was a real disappointment. Like, all the jokes, like, that you hear in the trailer, like, that's about as good as it gets. Like, that's the high point, I guess, of his dialogue. But something that really needs to be mentioned is, this director is awesome. He has such a visual style, like, he brings out images that, are more reserved for cartoon things, but doing them with CG and like real effects and live action, it looks really cool, and it works for something like Mission Impossible, something that's so visual and so exciting. Like, something like this is definitely in this guy's bag. The action was creative, enough to keep the movie flowing at a good pace. I was I was entertained the whole time. There was not a moment I was like, "Yep, I'm watching a movie and like, there's that guy. He's jumping on a couch." And like, there wasn't anything like that. You know, this is worth your time. You know, it's not like amazing. It's worth your time. Like, check this out in theaters. It's pretty cool. There's some cool scenes and there's some stuff that makes it stand out. Thanks for watching my review, guys. Thumbs up. Tell me I suck. Please subscribe over there. Push buttons. And please, yeah, just keep telling me how much I suck. Catch you guys on the flip side. Should have a new review coming out soon.